right, we're gonna get started with the third layout, but I saw a mistake that I made on the cutting instructions. So on this page, it is 11 3/4 by 11 1/2. So I'm gonna take off 1/4 inch off of both of these pages here. That's just the green plaid. So let me take that 1/4 inch. If you, you may have seen that when I was cutting, you might have noticed my mistake. I did not. So I'm going to just take that half off. And then we're going to get started with the glacier first for layout 3. And it looks like, you see how she's got this. Not like that. So the long side is going to go horizontally. So let me put this on here, make sure that I'm recording okay. Yeah, okay. And it's gonna go flush with the right-hand side. So it looks like about 1/4 inch up from the bottom and down from the top and flush with that side. So that when you put them together, the two pages kind of match up, touching each other, okay? Next part is going to be the snowman paper. We're doing the left page right now. And you've got 2 pieces of snowman paper. So this one here is 1 1/2 inches from the top. I'm gonna get my ruler here, even though I have the Versamat. Let me just do that, just to be sure. I wanna make sure I'm doing this right. I think that's right. And it's hard to see way up there with all the glare, so I'm gonna bring it down a bit, but it looks like so I've got 1 1/4 inch, should be right there. So here's how you do it. Get your paper exactly right on the Versamat, right in the center of that white line that they've got around there for your 12 by 12 paper. And then you're going to go down from the 12 mark to the 11, and so it's actually 10 3/4 up on your mat. So I'm just going down 1 1/4 inches, and just put my ruler there to help keep it straight. And that's where your top piece, oh wait, nope, sorry, 1 1/2. So one more, okay. So 1 1/2 inches from the top is going to be where it's at. And it's not top of the green paper, is it? It looks like it's top of the whole page. See, that's what she doesn't put, you know, when she doesn't put those little measurements, you know, you have to kind of guess what she's thinking. So that's gonna go up there. I believe both of these are the same size, but I'm gonna check. Let me see, it looks like they're about the same. Maybe not, let me check. Okay. Nope, okay, so that's the wide piece. So the thinner piece is gonna go down at the bottom. Let me see. Okay, after putting that down, you're gonna dovetail the lagoon on the left-hand side. So I'm gonna get my bigger scissors so I can make a little bit bigger dovetail. Remember, you're gonna go up the center and then cut from the side to that center point. And if you do that, you'll be pretty close most times. They need a big punch, right? All right, now this is gonna go right under it against this. Let me see if I need to put my, that looks like, the glitter strip. Let's see if she puts the glitter strip over it at the bottom of the first page. Okay, so we're gonna put this down, and then we'll put the glitter strip over the snowman page. Running out of adhesive already. Put 3 of them up here. All right. So take this to the right-hand side, right under the snowman paper, and flush with the right edge. Get that on there. And then below that is the snowflake paper. That looks like this. And you're gonna do the same thing, dovetail that up the middle. I'm going up about 1/2 inch there. And and then from side to side. All right. Okay, and that's going to do the same thing. We're going to go, make sure these sides are a little similar, so make sure you are putting your adhesive on the shell side. And that goes flush with the right edge and flush with the blue paper. Lagoon. Like that. And then the last one, you don't dovetail at all. That's the skinnier snowman paper. And it's just gonna go down below. And then I guess she wants us to put the melon glitter paper over the snowman paper, it looks like. So just going to get my glue. I did put out my close to my heart glue. So let me get that this time. And that's gonna go above the lagoon paper, right where the snowman paper is. So get a good line of glue there. I know it doesn't show very well, but it is actually coming out. It just doesn't come out in big blobs like the other one. And then put that down, matching it up, and hold it. Okay. Pretty close. I cut it slightly short, but that's good enough. All right, and then the same thing down here at the top of the snowman paper. You're going to put the other piece. Add a little sparkle because these are, you know, Christmas winter layouts. Actually, this one is just a winter one, right? Winter snow. We shall see, since I now live down in the Chicago area, whether we get a lot of snow down here. I'm going to assume yes, because I have visited my my sister-in-law and brother who live much further down south of here, and I know they get a good snow every year, so I'm gonna guess that we do. All right, let me make sure I'm back in camera range. There we go. All right, next is add our photo mat. So it's this one. There's just one photo on this side. And is she telling me how much in? 1/4 inch. It's a miracle. She put an actual measurement. All right. So 1/4 inch in from the side is going to be the green mat first. And does she say from where on the bottom? Let me see. No. So we will just kind of estimate that about center of the page. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to straighten this up on my Versamat again. Oh, my glitter paper's not quite dry. Gonna straighten it on my Versamat. And I'm going to put it in 1/4 inch, and then I'll just try to center it a little bit here, because I think that's kind of what she did. So let's see if my center is there at 6. Looks like she's maybe 1/2 inch from the bottom of or from where the glitter paper is. So let me put the 1/4 inch in, and we'll just go about approximately 1/2 inch from the glitter paper. Okay. Ooh, it's not very steady today. So about 1/2 inch, like that. And you're going to do the same, I think, on the next page. So just make sure wherever you put it here, you're going to put it there in the same spot, okay? Then the peach goes on there. And then your photo or your photo placeholder, if you got one. And she doesn't say anything about how we're going to tuck under there. So I think we're good to go on that. All right. All right, and then we'll just work from top to bottom here. You're gonna need the little gloves. I'm gonna use that super sticky glue. This one, okay? And just make sure the gloves are showing a different, going different ways. That's how you want to do. All right, and they just kind of go up here. So cute. And on this particular one, I can tell that they want the dull side up because that's the much more detailed side. And then we're gonna do, I think I got something stuck under there. Yeah, there's a little thing of glue bunched up. So let me try that again. All right, just like that. And then winter snow, I'm gonna guess that's a sticker. Hopefully, because I don't know where else that's coming from. Winter snow, did I have that as a, oh no, I do have it in, yes, we do have it in letters, and I found my T, forgot about that. So I'm going to, one thing I was noticing on one of these, and I can't remember if it's this or the next page, was that they had the shiny side up. So I'm gonna make sure before I start gluing that I've got these letters correct so that they're the right side up, because I believe on the next layout they put the shiny side up on one of them. Now I could not find the little white dot for the eye, so I'm using a blue one that I had left over. So I'm gonna kind of put this where I want it and then start gluing. I'm so glad I found the T. All right, like that. So getting quite a bit of glue there. It's coming out a little fast. Get your glue out and start putting these down. How cute, how cute. I love it. Man, it's so nice to actually start having some time to do all of this. The video making part, not my favorite, although I do like talking to you, but it does, you have to kind of commit some time to it, so I can't do it in bits and pieces very well. And you know, you just get interrupted so many times in a day. So when I know that I can sit down and actually do the whole video, it's much easier. But, and then I hope I'm not boring you. But I am very thrilled to be able to start doing some of this artwork that I haven't been able to do because I've been moving or on vacation. But life is gonna calm down for a while now. And I shouldn't have any, the only other vacation I have coming up is a cruise in the Dominican Republic. It's for the band Train. And I'm going on that, and so that's not until February, so I've got time. Oh yes, it's this one, I think. I couldn't figure out if I was doing the S wrong, because when I put it up, I was trying to figure out, and they have got it shiny. So the shiny side up on this S means I'm gonna do shiny side up for the rest of those letters, I think. I didn't have a choice on the S, so we'll take a look at the other ones and see. Now I got a little glue that came off here, so you know you can always try something like that where you take the piercing tool and use that to clean it up. So I'm gonna try use see, that's not gonna work. So somehow the S needed to be the shiny side up. I flipped it around a couple times and it won't work the dull side up, but this N is dull side up. So I think that was a little flaw in these things that they cut out. They actually have a machine at the Close to My Heart headquarters, so these are not, you know, done from some other company or other country. These are actually done at the Utah building. And last one. So they can cut anything they want. So somebody may have made a mistake on that one. Anyway, it looks great. Okay, now below that is going to be a banner. So here is the banner. I'm gonna pull that off. I think, yeah, I think it doesn't matter yet. So this will be able to go straight down. I see we're gonna be putting some greenery on it, but that will not be under it. So kind of right at the top between the lagoon and the snowflake papers where you're going to put it. Let it overlap a little bit onto your photo mat. Then you're going to need 2 of these greenery pieces, 1 to turn in each way. And that is going to go kind of on right to the left of the blue one, the blue pennant. And then the other one will go next to it. You guys can see this okay. And then a snowflake. So we might as well pop that up. Let me get my tape and some scissors. Let me know if you're following along and doing this with me today. I know sometimes people just watch and don't do it, and other people don't watch at all. But if you're actually doing it, let me know that you're doing it. At least you know they're all going to be here when you do have time, you know. All right. I think that's it on that part. All right, we're going to move down a little bit and start working on the snowmen. Let's work from kind of right to left here. So I'm going to grab my snowman with the green hat, and I'm going to pop him up so that he doesn't actually touch the photo. So I'm just going to kind of put a big long strip right in the middle of his body. And not let that actually touch the photo, but let him overlap. And then over here is the big fat snowman. Let's put him down next. This is the one with the coral hat and the green trim. And I'm going to lay him down flat because I'm going to pop the deer up. So he goes over just to the left, slightly overlapping the end of the glitter paper. And then the deer. And this is the deer with the green scarf. So let's get some tape on him. Ooh, just fits. So cute. Very cute stamps for this set. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a Christmas one. I'm gonna just do some tiny pieces on the legs. Really skinny. So, will I have pictures to put in this layout? I don't know, because I'll tell you, even as a mom, when the kids were young, I didn't take a lot of pictures of them in the snow because I hated going out in the snow. So I'm not even sure if I look back in my archives of photos, if I would have pictures of them in the snow. So I might have to think of something else, or this may be a layout that I sell or give away. All right, he's just gonna overlap slightly on the big fat snowman. And then under the fat snowman is a dark blue sapphire snowflake. And we're gonna pop that up. Am I fat shaming if I keep calling him the fat snowman? All right, that's kind of gonna go under him. And then over to the left of that is this big white plastic one. So you're gonna need your fancy glue. I'm gonna do it on the shiny side, just dots. We don't want too much to squish through. Just little tiny dots everywhere. And that goes to the left of him, lower. And then right directly to the left of him is a little brown snowflake. And where did that go? There it is. Okay. I'm also gonna pop that one up, so that's this one. So let me get just a little piece. I could have brought out my pop dots for this, but sometimes it's just easy to just go with the tape. You're right, that's gonna go right to the left of him. Let's see if there's anything else we're missing from that part. I think we're good to go on that. And that means that page, oh no, one more thing, we got a sticker. Another sticker, yep. So that's going to be the heart minus, well, actually the banner minus the heart. So you're gonna leave the heart there. I think that gets used somewhere else. And just take this. Now this goes up at the mat. Now, if you don't want this to stick down to your photo, to your photo holder, because you want to put a photo there, you're going to pat that with some of your anti-static pouch here. Just let the very top stay sticky. If you already have your photo, it doesn't matter. You can put it all the way down. So I'm going to put this all the way at the top of the mat. And that'll go over my folder later. So that one is done. Let's just move right ahead here and work on the next one. We're going to start the same way. And get your paper, your glacier. I want to make sure I'm on the right side. Yes. And then this green checked plaid paper again. And remember, it's going to be the long side. Is that right? Nope. So it'll be the long side. So if it's not even on these three sides, when you do this, you got the wrong side. So turn it. And I will center that. But it's always good, just in case you made a mistake with centering the first one, it's always a good idea to put your other page down. And I'm just going to do that right here and just match it up so that when your pages go together, they fit and they're not odd shaped. So I'm going to put this right next, which is 1/4 inch up. Right there. And then flush with the left-hand side. All right. And we may need that again, so I'll keep that close. Next part is going to be 1.5 inches down. Is the big fat, I'm not even gonna say fat. The thicker, wider, I just saw something. I wonder if I missed something. I see some, nope, that's just my excess, okay. It's gonna be the thicker piece of the snowman paper. So let me grab my stuff. All right, so the wider piece will go right there. This time it's going all the way across the page. Why does she do that? Why is one side short and the other side long? Variety. Being exactly the same on both pages is boring. It doesn't, the eye is not appealed to it. It's not attractive. Having this one be short and this one be long draws your eyes across the page. Much more interesting to look at. Okay, so that one goes there, and then we don't have to do any dovetailing on this, I don't believe. But let me get my, just in case, make sure I got my thing and look. Yep, everything's gonna just be straight across. So, yep, so that's what it's a little variety, a design technique. Symmetry is only pretty in a face or a flower or something like that. On pages, to have them exactly symmetrical, not very attractive. You always want to have something to shake it up a little bit. Now I found that out also in decorating. When I was decorating this house, they were talking about bedrooms, and in many part of your bed area, it's very symmetrical. You know, you put, the bed in the middle, the pillow's very symmetrical, right? And then you've got like little nightstands next to it, but you don't want the nightstands to look exactly identical either. So in my room, I've got 2 different types of plants, 2 different kinds of, I've got a candle on one and like a little decoration on another one and stuff. You don't want it to be exactly symmetrical or it's boring. So same in all principles of design, because decorating is no different. It's a design. All right, so last piece, the other snowman down there at the bottom. And then I believe we're gonna do the glitter paper next. Now remember, Glitter paper is gonna go on the snowman paper. And glue. So not on the lagoon paper, but on the snowman. So just above the lagoon, put a good coat of that. My other two from the first page look like they're staying okay. Because this is a thinner one. The glue comes out much thinner than the ones that I used to use before we sold our own. So I get a little paranoid about it, but it's still the same glue. Just a thinner coat, okay? And just push that right up against that lagoon paper. Makes it easy to keep it straight. I see they're vacuuming out in the hallway of my apartment. I can hear it. Hope that you guys can't. All right, now same thing down here. I'm gonna put at the top of the snowman paper, butting it up against the snowflake paper. So very pretty. All right, get it down, let it sit for a minute. Can always pause the video if you need to let it dry. Okay, I'm gonna just hold that for a second while I look at what's next, which I believe is our mats. Okay, so we got two green ones this time. We're gonna put it in the same place as we did before. And she probably wants that a 1/4 inch, yep. So a 1/4 inch away from the side. So I'm gonna estimate on this one. I don't even think I'll put my ruler down because I have page 1 to help me. Get my ruler totally out of the way. But if you need your ruler, just stick it down at a 1/4 inch away from the side. And I'm just gonna, pretty good about getting these on straight. So I think that's pretty good right there. And then take the other one, and that's probably, yep, a 1/4 inch away. Let me see if there's anything we're gonna be tucking. Doesn't look like it. So you can use all the glue you want, and that'll go right next to it about a 1/4 inch away. And then let's just fill in the insides with the peach paper. I use the right side, yep. And the either your photo or your photo placeholder. Always know that with a 4x6, you could always do 2 3x4s. So do not get stuck thinking you have to do the mats and your photos all have to be cut the way that the layout is. You could change it all up totally. You can change this, turn it the other way. Just because it's in the directions doesn't mean that's gonna work for your layout. So switch it around the way you need it. We don't all take pictures at a vertical, right? All right, and then a placeholder. And then let's do a little decorating and we will be done with layout 3. All right, let's see what we got here. So up, I'm gonna work from top down. We're gonna go back to those little tags here, the pink one and the blue one. And because I don't want them to touch my photos, I'm going to powder the bottom of them and just leave adhesive on the top, basically 1/8 of an inch. And then the peach one goes on the left-hand side, about 1/2 inch in. And the purpley blue goes on the right-hand side, about 1/2 inch in. Like that. So it's just stuck to the mat. Over here is going to be a brown, whoops, let me show you. Brown snowflake. Brown snowflake. Oop, losing my stickers. So that's gonna be right about here. And over in this, just to the right of that will be, I believe, a sticker. Let me get that out. Move those papers so you're not distracted. me see where it's at. That's the sticker right here. Big snowflake. And that is gonna go kind of in between the lagoon paper and the snowflake paper and right out onto the glacier paper. So I'm gonna use some tape for that. Right in the middle. And that's just gonna kind of overlap between those two. To the left of that is our snowman with gray hat, green, and where did he go? Did he fly off? Uh-oh. I had him on here. I don't see him. I just see the big fat one right now. Let me make sure it's not a sticker. No, it actually is. Okay, I don't see the right one. Here it is. All right. So it's the green green trim, gray hat, and peach colored coral scarf. So he's going to go overlapping. So I'm just going to put a piece right down the center and make sure that doesn't touch my photo to pop him up. And there is going, I'll just let you know before you do yours, if you, the next thing is a sticker, and it's a journaling sticker. So if you're afraid that you won't be able to journal because that will be popped up too, then don't pop this guy up. Put him down flat and then put your sticker down flat. But I think I will pop it up. I'm just gonna put a lot of tape so that it'll still be easy to write on. And then I'm gonna tuck a little bit of leaves underneath. So just so I can write on it, I'm gonna fill most of this back with the tape. So it gives me something to press down into. And that's probably good enough. And so this is going to be kind of over here, just overlapping his body. And I think the short line goes up first. There we go. And did I take off the stuff? No. Get those off. All right. Like that. And then tucked under here is 2 green leaves. That's these ones that you stamped. Aren't you glad you did all your prep ahead of time? Or did you? And then the other one, just kind of tucking in. And then right above that is going to be a snowflake, and it looks like he's layered, the snowflake's layered onto this guy. Gray hat, green trim. So let's put him down first, and I am going to use the pop tape on that too. So because I don't want him to touch, I'm not gonna put it on his head. I will put an excess on his body to hold him up. And as I said before, remember, once you get your pictures down, you can tack this down better if you want to. Right now we're in, you know, a mode of just keeping them up out of your way for your photo. But once your photo's down, go ahead and tack them down a lot more, okay? And then the big snowflake, this one, is gonna go, and I'm gonna also pop that up, and that's gonna go kind of overlapping. So I'm only gonna put one piece of tape, and I'm gonna put it a little bit lower because this is gonna overlap the writing here. So that way it just lays down flat on that. And then on this mat, we've got a snowflake. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my sticky glue, and I'm gonna put it over here to the left on the mat, the green and the peach mat. And that's the only place I'm gonna put that glue, and I'll stick that snowflake there so it'll just sit there and you can still slip a photo under it. And then with this piece here that says all smiles, I'm gonna powder the right-hand side. Here's the all smiles. I'm gonna powder the right-hand side and stick the left-hand side on that snowflake. And do it carefully if your snowflake is not dried yet. So, which mine hasn't, so I'm gonna be really careful. Like that. And I'm just gonna let him dry. Okay. And are we done? We're done, I think. That's it. Yes. So adorable. Let's look at the whole thing. Get the ruler out of the way. And left page, right page. Now go out and make some snow memories.